Good afternoon. This is Kelly with another YouTube video coming at you again for August 26th, 2021. Today in this powerful YouTube video, I wanted to talk about being free as a human being and why sometimes it's so hard to find happiness for a lot of people. As you know, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. My last video was maybe it wasn't the most positive video, but it was something that I was experiencing. And if y'all didn't like the video, I don't care. I always speak the truth in my YouTube videos. I don't ever tell lies. I am always real. That is who I am and what I am. And if y'all don't like it, I don't care. You know, a lot of the problem that we have nowadays is people just don't know how to have a good time and they don't know how to have fun. I think that is the biggest problem in human society, along with all this classism, discrimination, all this stuff that keeps a lot of people not happy. For the most part, I'm a happy person because I have the privilege of making videos, because I have a wife that does work and I have time to make these videos. Because the truth is about me, honestly speaking, I can't really get a job around here because nobody ever tried to give me one. I always go on and apply for work and really haven't had much luck. And then I did get into a business, but I'm not going to say the name of it because, for legal reasons. So anyway, I got into this business and it was basically the same thing, but in a different way. You spend your time, you don't get paid money, and that's the way it is. And so, I'm still not going to say the name of the business because I'm just not going to do it, because I don't want to have a lawsuit on my hands. Even though I'm not afraid to go through that if it has to come to that. Sorry, I'm not trying to make this a negative video. I'm really not. I'm really trying to come on here and give positive energy and positive vibrations as much as possible. But, like you, like me, I'm just a human being. I'm just a person trying to make a successful YouTube channel. And yeah, I do have a lot of obstacles. I really do. It's it's pretty challenging. The biggest challenge that I have is just with how people pretty much act towards me. Luckily I'm able to film in this place and not have anybody say anything to me. Earlier I was in a place where I was going to make a video and they actually asked me to leave. Just because I wanted to go on the top of a garage building and make a YouTube video. Now you tell me, that's pretty bad of not having freedoms, And I think a lot of YouTubers have this problem too. They try to find a place where they can go and record and they cannot. I'm not on here complaining. I'm just stating the facts of just how things are in this world, especially here in America. Especially in this area. There's so many rules and regulations and all this protocol, and it's really, that's the biggest problem in the human race. 30, 40 years ago, there was a lot of rules, but just here lately, it's just really gotten to be above and beyond. I mean, we all have a calling in life, and we all should have freedom, because being free is your birthright. That's the way it's supposed to be. And again, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound negative here. I'm just speaking the truth. So anyway, as a human being, to have pretty much overall happiness, I mean, I did say in my previous videos, money's not everything and it's not about money. But unfortunately, in this human race that we live in, you do need a substantial amount of money to live life. You know, if you want to live in a nice house, you want to live in a nice car, basically the only way to do that I see it in my situation is because I'm an Uber Eats driver. And of course, me driving for Uber, and then if I drive people for a little bit of cash, it's not going to give me what I want. And that's why I come on here and I make YouTube videos, because I want to inspire people, because I know I can do it. And that's why I make these videos. And I know a lot of people watch my stuff and they probably talk behind my back and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? To all you haters out there, all you're doing is just giving me more power. And you know who you are. On my last video, I got a lot of people giving me hate comments on my greed video about corporate greed. Well, it's true. Corporate greed is greedy. They're selfish, they're greedy. You walk into a place, you should be able to have coffee and donuts. It's unacceptable that you cannot have that. I don't care what all the haters say. I'm right, and that's the way it is. And another thing that I'm going to say, when I make videos and it gets views, the results don't lie. You all can see my likes and dislikes. Because I can come on here and basically say whatever I want, as long as I don't go against community standards, as long as I don't give any type of hate speech. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say. And all you haters out there, the more that you press on me, you better look out, because you know what? I'm the chosen one, and I have a lot of power. And I'm not joking when I say this. There's things that I know that a lot of you couldn't even ever imagine. And I'm only getting started on this channel by saying all that stuff. I'm not coming on here to complain and try to fight with anybody and give hate speech. No, that's not what I'm getting at. My point is, when you go through life, you should have more freedom than what you have now. There's a lot of freedoms that as human beings that we cannot have, because people like these big companies and corporate companies don't want to share. They want you to work for them. They want you to do everything for nothing. And maybe if you're lucky, you can have a place to live. But for the most part, I think a lot of people that do what they do in their job, I don't think they're happy. Because you know why? I'll tell you why you're not happy. Because you're always being controlled and you're always being told what you have to do. Well, you know what? That's unacceptable. I think everybody that's alive should have the power to do what they want, when what they want. As long as you don't harm anybody, as long as you're not stealing from people, as long as you're not hurting anybody, and you're doing everything in a positive way. That's my message. You know, do what you want, how you want, as long as you're not stealing, hurting, and you're not sending out negative vibrations. Because of course, there's a lot of positive and negative energies out there. And we don't, for me, I don't play a part of negative energy, but I do expose the things that are negative. And I'll get on here and I'll say it. And I can legally do that on YouTube, as long as I don't cuss, as long as I don't talk about somebody or the name of the company. I can come on here and say how I want to say it. It's just, I have the right to do that. You know, and a lot of people don't think they have the freedom to say what they want to say. They absolutely think that they cannot speak their mind. And I think as a human being and as a free spirit, I think you should be able to speak your mind, as long as you do it and in a respectful, positive way. You know, a lot of people that commit crimes and do these horrible acts, they do it in the most negative way possible. And that's wrong. When you have something to say, I think one of the best ways to come on here is say something on YouTube. Because I've come on here and I've made videos about positive energy and negative energy, and I try my best in my videos to say good things about everything. But on the other hand, I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to come on here and tell a lie about something that's not true. And yeah, sometimes I might come on here and I might sound a little fired up, a little bit angry. But you know why I'm like that? I'll tell you why. Because I live in a place where, for the most part, and this is not everybody, and I'm not talking about the people in my house. This is not about you guys. You guys are great. I love you to death. We've lived there for a long time, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I really do. This is more or less, I'm talking about like big companies and these jobs. My message is more or less towards you. If you really want to make this world a better place, the number one thing that needs to be done, all this global warming, it has to come to an end. And all this greed, that's got to stop too. Yes, I agree. You do need to be motivated when you're in your job. Yes, that's true. You do have to be motivated. But at the same time, a lot of these companies and jobs, they just want to use you and take advantage of you, and they just want to give you nothing. And they just want you to be totally controlled. You could get a job, they pay you $100,000 a year, but then you have to be constantly told what to do every minute, every hour of the day. In fact, there's this woman on YouTube that I know, I'm not going to say her name, and I know her a little bit. She has a successful YouTube channel, and she actually left her job to excuse me, to do YouTube, because on YouTube YouTube actually gives you the privilege of coming on here and saying what you want, as long as you say it in the right, respectful way. And that's important when you come on here, because YouTube doesn't have to give the people that kind of privilege, but you do. And I think when you're privileged to do something, I think you should respect it. I mean, YouTube is a big company, it's a big business too, but also YouTube is here so millions of people can see other people's videos, so people can get the message that is right. And that's why I take it upon myself to come on here to say the things that are right and to create positive energy. I mean, if I could run around and stop all this crime and hatred, I'll do it. If there's something that I can say to people to make people be at more peace, I'm going to do it. I don't want to see anybody suffering or be unhappy. I really don't. I want to see everybody that's happy and doing things in a positive way, trying to save our planet from going in the direction that it's not supposed to be going because of global warming. But the number one thing that I would love to see that would just come to an end altogether is all this greed. I'll give you a perfect example. Like when you're out with your friends and then you see one person that's eating, and you're all sitting together like at a table. You could sit there and at least maybe offer the person something to eat, And that's just little things like that. I mean, like when you're sitting at the table and one person's eating, you should share. Now, like in the house where I live in, there's a lot of sharing. Everybody is very good about sharing their food and sharing their blessings. But a lot of people here don't do that. And that's the problem here in America. There's a lot of greed, there's a lot of selfishness. And with that being said, that makes a lot of people feel bad. And of course, when you feel bad, you're gonna not feel good, and then it's gonna cause negative energy and negative vibrations because of being selfish and greedy. And and all this lying that people do, that's another thing that's just gotta stop. In the end, we all just want to have enough. And I think a lot of people don't have enough. I mean, this is for the people all over the world that don't share. Like in my wife's country, there's so much corruption and all this. I mean, and then you have people that work for 500 pesos a day. I mean, that's just totally unacceptable. And that's the biggest problem that I see all over the world is greed and corruption. A lot of these big companies just want everything more and more for them, and they don't care about the little people. And I'm going to get on here and I'm going to talk about it. If people don't like it, don't watch my videos. Because if you give me any hate comments, I'm just going to delete them. It doesn't affect me one bit. So my point is too in this video is when you go do work, please don't do something for nothing. If you're going to good job for somebody, pay them actually what they're worth. You know, that's step one. That's another big thing that I think is very vital. Pay people what they're worth. And a lot of jobs and a lot of companies don't do that. Yeah, they give you $10 to $12, maybe $15 an hour. But for all the time and energy that you spend doing it, it's not worth it. I'm not saying that is to be negative. I'm just saying it because it's true. And I'm sorry for the people that have to go through that every day. You know, I even had someone gave me a comment, told me, hey, old man, get a job. Actually, I do have a job. This is my job. My job is I'm the chosen one, and I'm chosen to run around to inspire and help people for the better of humanity. That is my job. For the person that actually gave me that hate comment on my channel, I wanted to tell you that personally on my video. So that's that. And there's no hard feelings in that comment, but I do pay attention to my comments and my videos, and I pay attention because I'm always trying to give better content, because that's part of my job too, is to give the better content. So again, like I was saying, I'm not trying to be negative in this video. I'm just trying to tell the truth and speak the truth and actually be real, because a lot of people nowadays are not real. And that's one thing about me that I am real. I'll come in here, I'll tell you the bad and the good, and sometimes the ugly. But as I say it, I'm not trying to send out any negativity out there. I just want to make people think and understand, because I don't think a lot of people do understand how things could be better. And by making things better, you raise your vibrational frequency, becoming the greatest person that you can become and being your greatest you. And that's important. So that's my message for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you all can really give it some serious thought what I said. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, give me thumbs up, and as always, believe in yourself, don't be lazy, and don't quit, and always love what you do. Thank you.